Greetings everyone, today's the 14th of July and we are a few days into, I believe it started on the 11th, the Waddle-on-Sea. As I said, we're in July, it's an exceedingly hot month, so the logical thing is to fill my city with penguins. There are 40 different locations and typical of my organisation, we're starting at the very end, at the 40th. This penguin's home sweet home. This one's got lots of little tiles on it. Very pretty, I like that one. The trail maps are available in various locations. They're £1.50 and inside there are maps that show you that there are two main locations for these. There's Lee and there's Southend. Oops, in the wind. And there's a listing which you can check off as you're going around. Get my way to the next one. This is the listing. There are main size penguins and there are smaller penguins. The actual event, which runs from the 11th, just a few days ago, to the 3rd of September, and it's on behalf of Havens Hospices. This one is number 39. I like this one. This one is the Emperor penguin. Obviously it's dressed up to look like a Roman emperor, but those who have a little knowledge will know that the Emperor penguin is a proper species of penguin and is the largest penguin species that we have. Yes, I like that. Another nice one. This one was created by Tim Sutcliffe. Now, this is the third such trail that we've had. I think it was 2021 we had hares, and then we had in 2023 herd in the city, which was elephants. There was a lot of elephants that year, but there was also a lot of postcards produced and sold on behalf of the charity, and I collected those at the time. Now this is my second attempt to try and do this video. The first one, which was 2 days ago on a Saturday, didn't go very well. Somehow I didn't get the mic right, so if it's like I know what I'm doing with this one, it's because I have been round and seen all of these penguins already, or the ones in Southend anyway, and I'm doing it today. I've already ticked off in my map the ones that I've seen to date, so we'll move around. I'll come back to you because we're heading up into the Victoria Shopping Centre where there are some of the smaller ones. We're on the upper floor of the Victoria Shopping Centre. Here are some smaller penguins. These are referred to as mini huddles, and there are a few of these. What's interesting about these ones is that they've all been designed and painted by local schools, youth groups and community projects. So we have things, the Eco Wings and Nights Limited. Over here you've got Shoeburyness High School. This is our seaside. Munchkin Manor have designed this one. Greenswood Academy have done the black and white one in the middle at the back there, which I do like a lot. This one here is Balls Green Infant and Junior School in the jumper. Nice one here from Temple Sutton Primary School. Joe rather liked the honeycomb one at the back there from Darren Park Youth Club. This one's from Roxburgh Primary School. Well, they are all named. This one's Peggy. Bumble Kid is the one there with the honeycomb on. The black and white one is Poseidon. The Eco Wings of Nights one, the butterfly on the front, is called Petal. And you've got Harmony in the back there. I said our Seaside. Penny. This one's Dotty. This one's Grace. And you've got Pip from the Downhall Primary School. And Pickles, which is quite a nice one at the back there, from the Sutton House Academy. Skip a little bit there. Yes, these are very nice. I'll say there are a few of these. This is the first one here in the Victoria Shopping Centre, right next to the upper floor of Next. So I'm going to move on because there are two more outside the front of the Victoria Shopping Centre, so I'm going to go and see now. This is Victoria Circle. There are two here. Now, if I'm right, and I rarely am, but on here on the map, under Victoria Circle and the number 37, there are two penguins, one there and there's one there. Now, because there's two under that number, and the number goes to 40, and that appears to be the only location that has two in it, there are actually 41 large penguins to get hold of. This one is Buddy the Magic Kicker, decked out in the Southend United colours with the Southend football badge, and he's got his football. I remember, it's always worth checking the back of these because they have bits and pieces on them. This one obviously has his name, Buddy, and he's number 11. Now, on the plaque at the bottom here, there is a number. This is the only one I'm going to show you because I think people need to find them themselves, but there is an app code number, and you can download the app and you can put the numbers in, and you can actually log all the ones that you've seen. And also there are little special bits and pieces that come with obtaining all of the codes. Joe started to do this on Saturday when we came down, on the day when my recording didn't quite work. But yeah, so that's something else you can do with these, which is worth a go. Right, here we have the second in the Victoria Circle. This one is Jazzy Feet, and yeah, that's definitely Jazzy Feet. Oh, well, showed the code number there, don't pause it. The head on this one is excellently painted. What beautiful. So there we go. That's the two that are here. They're not too far apart. There's the other one, just outside WH Smith's. Now it's a little bit of a walk now because I'm going to go to the library, or the Forum Library, where there is another mini huddle and another large penguin outside. So bear with me. This is the Forum. It's actually set just back from the High Street, which is over behind that tall building there. It's on the east side of the High Street. This is the Forum Southend-on-Sea Library and other bits and pieces. So here's this big block, and just on the other side of this big block is the large penguin that is here. And this one should be number 36, and it is quite lovely. Very colourful, this one. Trying not to show you the app number because I don't want to make that too easy for people. Now, I'm showing you the penguin, and then depicted, if all goes well, here will be a postcard of said penguin. Now, in all, as I said, there's 41 large penguins across the entire trail of Southend and Lee, but there aren't 41 postcards, there are only 31, so 31 of these are depicted, and they're available in a shop that I'm going to show you. I went in there on Saturday and I bought the full set, but I like matching up the postcards to the penguins. So here we go, we're going to go inside, have a little look and see what we can see in here. I happen to know already because I came in on Saturday that the penguins are off to my left here. This is another little mini huddle. Again, one's done by schools, community centres and bits and pieces. This is the Greenways Primary School. It's a nice one. He has a little crown and a cape. Here you have Pebbles. Pebbles is Ashington Primary Academy. Frosty from the Barlin Magna Primary Academy. These aren't individually numbered, they have a joint number, so this is number 35 linked into the centre here. 100 years of Fulport School. By Fulport School, and here you can see the logo. 100 years of the school. I rather like this one with the swirl on his chest. This is Puddles by Chase High School. And then St Waddle, the St Christopher School. It's got a football shirt on. This is rather attractively done. It's a lovely black and white one. This is called Kitka, and they helpfully explain to you there how to name it. South Essex College Group. Yes, that is nice. Now, if you go around the other side, we can see the others, but what you can also see is the back of these ones. Oh look, there's a caterpillar there, very much like the one that's in the book, on the book cover of the children's book. I do like the African animals across the chest, and the Viking ship at the bottom. Also, of course, you can see the backs of the ones we're about to go and see the front of. On there with all the lion faces. So let's go around. Here we go. What we got? This one here's got a fishing pouch on. Yeah, which makes sense as it's gone fishing. Pete the Penguin, Kingsdown School. And this one here, that's painted very penguin-y with the face and the yellow around the neck of the King and Emperor penguins. This is Peter Wilking, the Alan Court Preparatory School. That's lovely. Look at that lovely painting along the bottom there of the penguins. I assume that is the school badge logo on the blazer, because he's wearing a school blazer. This one here is in full school uniform. This is Beacon from Holt Farm Junior School, and again you've got the school logo on the shoulder satchel. There's also got a head teacher's award there, gold stuck on there. Looks like it is actually it's probably an actual head teacher's sticker as well. I wonder, let me know in the comments if you know that is one of the actual stickers. Mark, there we go, Mark the Penguin, named after me but with a C, and I'm with a K. This one here is from the St Mark the Evangelist Church. These are all little lions on here. It says here, Mark is a penguin who wants to be a lion. This one here was one I did like because it's very realistically painted up, but has a damaged wing and what appears to be a large sticky plaster cross on his head. And this one here is A. Bill T. Clever use of the words. And this one is from Project 49. Just as penguins huddle together to survive, we too need the support of our colony to navigate mental health. There we go. That's nice. And as I say, I like the idea of these being designed and painted and worked on by children and those from community groups. Right, it's time to leave the library and go and find the next large one, which is over down the road there, a little way away. So I shall leave you here for a second. Right. This one I happen to know in advance is called Chip. And Chip has been painted to resemble a seagull, or one of the species of gulls, probably looking from his head, a herring gull, which is highly appropriate for here, because here in Southend we have a lot of seagulls, and we have the issues that other seaside towns and seaside locations have, where the seagulls are quite good at stealing your food. I shall place here a photograph that I took a couple of years ago of a seagull just down the road there that had managed to steal a Happy Meal box. I was quite happily enjoying his fries and burger. Right, time to move, and we're going to walk down there. There's a bridge that runs across the top of the high street. That's a railway bridge, because just to the right is the central station on the Fenchurch Street line, and the Penguin is underneath. So, right, I'm back with you again, and this is the Penguin underneath the railway bridge, which is up there. Right, I rather like this one because he's up against the Fear Less graffiti behind there. I don't know if it's graffiti, this is more art. This one here is called the Marbled Penguin. Matches quite well with the painting behind it. There's a weird feel to this one, almost as if it's not quite been finished, but it has. But I love that sort of rough look to it. Yeah, it's a nice one. There we go. Again, I'm trying to avoid that number. So that's a nice one. Oh! Proof, if it was needed, that it is a railway bridge. Right. We're going to move to the next one, which is actually in the front of a shop. As I've already stated, this trail raises money for Havens Hospices, and we have a Havens Hospices shop here in the High Street, opposite Marks and Spencer's, and in the window there is another one. This is number 32. This one is called Daisy. Now the interesting thing about this one is that when I first saw it in the leaflet, there is, you could win a penguin of your own. There's a QR code there if you want to give this a go. Buy a ticket, and if your ticket is drawn, you will win this one. Now, it's not the same, because this one doesn't have any flowers going around this side of its chest, where the one that you win does. So there we go, same artist, but a different one. There's that QR code again, and again, all the money raised goes to Havens Hospices charity. This one has a nice flower on the back. And whilst I was showing you this, I'll show you that the trail has actually been organised by an organisation called Wild in Art, that do these statue trails as fundraisers for cities and charities and locations. And they are the ones who are working with Havens Hospices to actually produce this penguin trail, and they've done a good job, I think. I won't turn it off this time, because just across the road there, beside Marks and Spencer's, is the next one. Now, if my memory serves me right from Saturday, my memory that obviously doesn't work because it doesn't turn on the mic, this one's called Diversity. It's actually called Wave of Diversity, so I'm partially right. And this one, lots of little penguins, but it has all of those colourful rainbow style of pride. So there we go. That gentleman just said the penguins are back, but they're not back. This is the first time they've been here. So it was elephants last time. There we go. This one is number 31. Very, very colourful. Interesting, when we were here on Saturday, it was Pride March Day here. Right, move on to the next one. This is the Royal Shopping Centre, which is at the seafront end of our high street. And this is just here, the trail shop of Waddle HQ. And this is the shop where you can buy all your maps and other little bits and pieces. And they also have two in the window. On Saturday they were twirling around, but today they appeared to be static. I might put a little bit of the filming of them whilst they were turning around. This one here is the Pengu Fluffin, and this one here is Snowflake. The Snowflake is covered in lots and lots of little jewels, little stone gems. Now, there's your maps. All the bits and pieces. And this is this one's got like bits of plastic and and bits of fur on the front. Now, if I remember correctly, this is an interesting one because if you just bear with me. Here we go. IPECO Holdings Limited is says here, I'm proud to be presenting partner for Waddle-on-Sea. And this is actually wearing an IPECO pass on a lanyard. And there we go. IPECO is a world-renowned provider of aircraft crew seating and executive jet passenger seating. Today, in its third generation of family ownership, with state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities and a workforce of over 900 employees, the company still operates in Southend on Sea. So there we go. And they also were partners for the herd in the city elephants that were 2 years ago. So this is the second time that they have helped out with this charity. Right, now I do like this one, but I do think it's a bit gaudy. But on Saturday, Joe really liked this one. But there we go. So we go over here. This is where I bought my postcards from on Saturday. They're 60p each. Now I've counted and I've confirmed with the lady who was running the store on Saturday that there are 31 different postcards. There are 41 large penguins. I know the small penguins are on this. This is all the large ones. The mini huddles are different, but all of the large penguins are here on these cards, except for 10. Now, we can't confirm exactly why there are only 31 postcards and not 41 to go with all of the penguins, but we think it might have something to do with copyright or protection in relation to something that's on them, or maybe they will produce them later. I'll try and find out. I'll see if the staff today know if there's going to be any more. But other things you can buy, tea towels, and I do like this paint your own penguin, and this is £12.50. That's a great gift for a child, isn't it? To be fair, I'd be quite happy with that as well myself. In fact, I may even have one of those before the end of this particular trail. There we go, you can get a patchwork penguin. Make your own penguin. There's the sewing pattern. There's a crochet pattern there for a keyring. But don't ignore the back of the shop, because here there are two more. This one here is Westie the Eco Hero by Westerings, and there's a tie there, school tie, and I assume this is the logo for Westerings. And as I say, on the back of these, it's always worth coming around and having a look. Oh, there's a bit of text on the back there. Let's go and see what that says. Be plastic clever. And you have icebergs. Recycle. Help the penguins. This is obviously almost like a bit of a selfie photo shoot area. Oh, this one here. This is Little Oaks, Hockley Primary School. And there's lots of little bits on here. Hickory dickory dock. Twinkle twinkle little star. Now what I particularly like about this one is, can you help Bo Peep find her 12 lost sheep? Well, the kids can have some fun with that, but there's one there, one in the window there, one on the moon there, so there we go. Bring your children along, get them to find all of the sheep. There's a large scale map on the wall there. So the interesting thing about this one is the children can come and do their own penguin. There's the thing there. And then they go up on the wall here. Now that has grown considerably since we were here on Saturday. In fact, maybe Joe will put a picture up here of what this looked like just 3 days ago. They had a shop here for the elephant herd in the city 2 years ago, and they had a wide selection of postcards for that as well. So yes, nice little shop. This is the Royal Shopping Centre. I saw the one that was in here on Saturday, and I do like this one. Definitely the one that's in here. There is a postcard for this one. But as I stated, 41 large penguins, 31 postcards, to some are missing. I don't remember seeing a postcard for Chip, the seagull one. I'll have to go back and check. But what Joe is going to do is put an image of the postcard beside my filming of the penguins. But this one, it's almost in a little scene all of its own. It's in the centre underneath the big dome, which is up there. But this one here, it's its own little seaside view. It's got this little bucket of fish, some crabs. This one is Peggy Makes a Splash in her swimming costume. Oh, that's one of our seagulls, not Chip, but and there. Oh, I know there's quite a few seagulls, which is indicative of here. Now, I always like to have a look at the back of these just to see how they're painted. And yeah, see its costume. And if you haven't already noticed, over in the corner there's another mini huddle. Some more smaller ones. Here you have Love of Our World by Sacred Heart Catholic Primary School and Nursery. These are all grouped in as 29. Hampstead School. Our Hampstead Penguin by Hampstead Junior School. And there you have the in its school uniform with its sports captain badge. Eco Warrior. One at the back there is by the Amazon Explorer Scouts. It does have a little frog head woggle with a scarf. And then you've got some other ones here. St Nicholas Special School. The one at the back there is called Perry. He appears to be in a school uniform. There we go, and another one wearing a blazer. Nice one there with lots of squiggles on the front. That's Poppy the Penguin. That's Hampstead Infant School and Nursery. And then this one here appears to be wearing an ID badge. He's carrying a little dog. And you have another, I suspect, school uniform type logo there. This is Perseverance in the Millhouse Primary School and Nursery. That's the third huddle, I believe, we've seen. These ones, of course, the problem with them being against the wall is that you can't get to see what's on the back of them. I think it's a bit the same because there's some nice rainbow colours on the back of that Hampstead one in the middle there. Right, third huddle, we're going to head out of the Royals and head out onto Pier Hill.